Hello, Crypto ACX here. Just going to give you an insight onto a 1 minute strategy that I use. And I've got to be really quick here because this data lasts for 2 hours and we're nearly out of time, as you can see from here and here. So what you want to do is firstly you want to go on the hourly chart and you want to draw out some support and resistance zones like I've done here. So I've got the Fibonacci from the swing low to the swing high. And you can see these support zones here, this little swing low before it ended up bouncing and having a good rally. And this support zone here that been multiply tested, I don't even know if that's a word, multiply, but I'm going to use it anyway. And you can see it's been tested multiple times and it's held. So you're going to be looking for areas on the Coinfarm chart here. This is Coinfarm Online and this is the Bitmex margin page. So what you kind of want to look for is 1,500 is my indicator, that represents the Bitcoin. And I want to see this counter spike up. So as you can see, these are 1 minute intervals. So that goes from 501, that's 5, etc, etc, and you've got my time zone. So you want to look for spikes above 1500 at an important key area. So I go onto the 1 minute chart and you're looking for areas to scalp a 1 minute chart from where you'd be longing, and now these give you the perfect entries because actually I'm going to show you this first just in case we run out of time from this moving down in the minutes. As you can see here at 4:39 we had one of 2037, so 4:39, 4:39, 4:39, scroll along, 4:39 right here, and you would enter right on that candle. Even if it's a down candle, look, you can see a little mini wick on it, but you have a good volume, and this indicates that 2037 Bitcoin were exchanged on the Bitmex right at this point. So this could even mean that shorts are covering their shorts, so they're making a buy order and taking profits, or longs are getting stopped out and it's creating a buy order. So either one of those. But when you want what you want to see is you want to see the opposite. So on a blue you would want to short, and on a pink, which I guess is supposed to be red, you would want a long. And then at 4:33, 4:43, as you can see here, a spike of over, or just about on the brink of 1500, 1485. 4:43 is this down candle right here, and as you can see, that was the exact bottom. Now, why is this good? Because this links up perfectly to the support level that I've drawn out all the way back here, that have been tested multiple times. So it's a good zone. So you want to link this up with confluence from support and resistance zones on the hourly chart or the 30-minute chart, whatever suits you. You know, play around with it, have a look. And then we didn't really have nothing more of 1500 after that, apart from this 1785, which came out right at 501. 501 was this up candle, and you know you would have closed and that would have printed that reading, you would have shorted and you would have literally top ticked it to the T, which would have been the resistance level of the Fibonacci level, which if I show you was from this point here, the low to the high, and it's just found a brief bit of resistance there, the 61.8% retracement level. I used to post all these on my Twitter, Crypto ACX. I stopped doing it because of the speed of them, and I'm not too sure if anyone was jumping in trying to get involved in them, and that was probably the worst thing that could possibly happen, especially on a 1 minute time frame. So the best thing to do is actually learn for yourself, practice with it, and actually trade it yourself rather than try to copy these. That's what I was worried about on the scalps. And I went for a thread here from July the 16th, and you can see like this support level right here. You had a massive uptick in volume, precise hit at that time, and it just bounced perfectly from here. Well, it kind of dipped a little bit below, but it shouldn't have hit your stop, and you get a nice bounce, and it ended up retesting the resistance level that we'd previously drawn. And then at that resistance level, look, you get a massive spike here of longs. So that could be, you know, shorts covering, etc, etc. And I opened up a short trade right there, and then that was the short trade right here. As you can see, that was my long entry and that was my short entry. You literally catching these as soon as the candle closes, so that was a bit late. This one was a bit late, but nonetheless, you know, you just go range to range and you're getting from here, what's that, 72 down to say 40s. So you're catching $32, 1 minute scalps, 50, 100 times leverage is what I use. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable using that, don't start trembling as you're trading. Just do what you feel comfortable with. And as you can see, you're just going back and forth. This was a range bound trade. This one was not too perfect. It didn't quite get to support. I suppose you could have drawn support a little bit high and it would have ticked it perfectly. But as you can see, you know, you're into the 2000 here on the shorts. You want to open up a long trade. I don't know what that's all about. Well, anyway, that got 3 out of 3. So that was another 30% on a times 100. So you're just clocking in one by one, and then once again back to a support level. You see this breakout level that ended up breaking out on higher volume, and you've got to retest high number of shorts, all my fills, and it looks like that day I sold too early. I took a 25% profit. You don't want to go too greedy with these. You want to get your profit and run. You don't want to be holding these looking for a longer term hold thinking it's a great entry. But I did sell way too early, and I think it was because at this point as well it was in the VWAP in support. 1650 see printed on the down candle, so you literally pinpoint this at the bottom. That's where your entry would be, and you get the bounce. 80 to 17, I think that was just under 80 to 97, or maybe just above. You know, quick $20. And this one is typical from Bitmex. You know, when you get the order submissions, this one popped up perfectly into the upper VWAP bands along the support level. You get that huge buyer spike, and I don't think I've got that one. But then this one, is that the same one? That is not the same one. This one's a separate one. You know, you get the massive spike. This one actually came against resistance, but it came into this larger resistance zone, failed. You get the massive buyer spike of volume on Bitmex, and what do you get? You get the crack. This one actually did go back up again. You get another reading. You short right as soon as that candle closes right here, and you get the crack. So this is just play around with it, figure it out, get comfortable with it. The website is coinfarm.online. I need to move that over. I think that's out of screen. So coinfarm.online. What you want to do is you go to the main menu, margin analysis, and you click Bitmex, Bitcoin XBT. They do the US dollar one to show you what it is in terms of dollar value, but I don't use that. And you can also do Bitmex Ethereum against the dollar. I have not yet tried that, and they do have a Bitfinex reading, but I do not use that either. So have a play with it, and good luck. Thanks guys.